Recorded Books and RB Digital present Brief Chronicle of Another Stupid Heartbreak by Alsaid. Narrated by Nancy Wu. Chapter 1. Tangled Up. I would have called bullshit on the whole thing from the beginning if I didn't see both Iris and Cal get the same look in their eyes constantly. When Iris hums to herself as they walk hand in hand, when Cal insists on doing the dishes at her parents' house, when she underlines whole paragraphs in novels, then simply has to voice her appreciation for what she's just read and how he'll stop whatever he's doing to listen, even if he clearly has no idea what she's talking about. One 18-year-old gets that look, you start feeling sorry for them. Two of them give that look to each other, and no matter what kind of cynic you are, you start thinking only teenagers really understand love. How insane it's supposed to be. Leo was running late again. My stupid, beautiful ex-boyfriend, who'd spent the entirety of our relationship arriving on time, had not even texted to give me a heads up. I was waiting for him at Madison Square Park, and even out of the sun, it was uncomfortably hot, and made worse by the smell of garbage. Every person that entered my periphery was potentially Leo, so my heart quickened with excitement and then fell into disappointment as soon as I realized it wasn't him. He wasn't hurrying to come. He was happy he'd left me. He wasn't going to give me a chance to talk him back into our love. I heard the snap of a soda can opening and turned to see my new benchmate. Skinny white boy, thick-framed hipster glasses. Cute enough to make me forget about Leo and the long stretch of summer ahead without him. He took a sip from his Coke and then looked at me. Right away, I knew he wouldn't be just one more face in the nameless masses you see every day in a big city. He had a face that I knew would stay with me, that would pop into my mind months later, and for no apparent reason other than the persistent question of what might have been. He smiled at me, and I forgot about what time it was, and the fact that Leo was probably blowing me off for the second time this week. Okay, maybe I didn't entirely forget. It was in the back of my mind, like it had been for the 3 weeks since summer had started and Leo had thrown away what we had. You can't have love in your life for nearly a year, tangled up in a single person, then transition into its absence without feeling the loss. An attractive face helps, but cures nothing. A French couple stopped in front of our bench, looking over a map of Manhattan. They were speaking loudly and gesturing wildly, their words a blur of vowels and those throat-tickling soft French R's. I looked to my right again, and my eyes met his. He raised his eyebrows and smiled at me, gesturing at the couple, whose argument was getting more heated. I tried to smile back, but couldn't guarantee that what I did qualified. It was an awkward facial muscle contortion at best.
"Do you understand what they're saying?"
he asked in a stage whisper. "What?" I said, because conversations with strangers are hard. He gestured at the French couple.
"Do you understand any of that?"
"No, sorry."
"I wonder what they're arguing about."
He looked at them wistfully, and I wished I could get a glimpse inside his head. "I imagine they're lost," I said, eyes more on him than on the couple.
"Where do you think they're going? All the tourist spots are on that map. The city's a grid, and it's pretty easy to get around."
"Maybe they're arguing about which way the map should be held. I hear in France they hold their maps diagonally." The boy laughed, a laugh like rising bread, warm and doughy. "I don't know what that means. Sorry," I said, assuming he'd laughed out of politeness. "Maybe..."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.